This is a story time. Well, I tattoo myself. So this is a time lapse of me tattooing myself and story time about how I called out my sexual assaulter who serially raped people at my school in high school and the reactions of everybody. For context, this guy, I was friends with him since middle school. We were friends all 3 years of middle school and we were hanging out. I was just starting to get into like psychedelics and wanted to buy some LSD from him. Anyways, he sold me pills telling me they were acid. You know that's not how that comes. I don't know what he sold me to this day, but we went to this park, and that's how the story starts. We were both freshmen in high school, and we were in the same year, and we got to this new park in my neighborhood, got to the top of it, and we were just friends up until then, just friends. Anyways, he tells me, if you don't kiss me, you're not leaving. And then I'm like, no. And then he kept flustering about it, wouldn't let me go, let it go. And so I was like, okay, fine. So I gave him a kiss, and it was like a limp, no mouth kiss. Anyways, then he goes, if you don't S my D, you know what I mean. Monetization. I mean, I'm not getting monetized. What am I talking about? Anyways, you know what I mean. You're not leaving. And I was like, no. So I literally ran away. But he made me, kiss him, make out with him. That was disgusting. Anyways, I ran away. For some reason, he did take me home. Anyways, I find out that he's done this to other girls by locking them in cars and not letting them leave. So once I find that out, I was already really nervous to say anything because that's the reason I didn't come out about it in the first place or even tell my parents. Because first of all, I snuck out to do that, and second of all, I just didn't want to tell anyone. I was embarrassed that happened to me to begin with. I felt taken advantage of. Once I found out it happened to 3 other girls, I made a video about it on my Snapchat. But I have everybody in the area on my Snapchat, or at least I did at the time, in high school, right? But at that time, I had left school and did online school, so it wasn't really that much of a risk to me, you know what I mean? I didn't feel pressure to keep it to myself anymore because I didn't care what people thought of me at the time. Anyways, so I make a video and I say, this person is a SAR. He essayed me and tried to R-word me, and he's actually gotten away with it with multiple girls, just like me. It was pretty heated, don't judge me, I was like 17 at the time. Anyways, so then a few other girls came out with their stories video, but what he did was he made a fake account on Snapchat, like a second account, blocked out the name, and said, she's accused me too. He texted himself, she's accused me too. I had this and this happen, and I never accused anyone. The thing is, I had been actually R-worded before, after this all happened, because mind you, I didn't come out about it until years later, and I didn't say anything about it. So I didn't tell, on anyone else. The only reason I said something about him is because it happened with multiple girls, and it bothered me at that point. So there was no way for it to be true, and he blocked out the name. I'm pretty sure he literally made that account himself because no one would have said that. Anyways, some guys believed him and took his side, and some guys didn't. And other girls came out after he made that video. More girls came out saying it happened to them too. So whatever, at that point I was like, the whole school knows, because in between this time, I told the counselor, before I exposed him, I told the counselor and I told my friend. And the counselor gave me a 5-minute pass so that I wouldn't have to see him in the hallways, because eventually I ended up telling my mom, since he was literally bullying me, since I said, you know what you did, stop being mean to me, and he literally would be like, you're so ugly, you did this and this, being really rude to me. So I was like, I don't even want to see him in the hallways. He was stressing me out to begin with. So I got a 5-minute pass, and the counselor knew but didn't do anything, and she said, oh, we've heard similar stories from other girls. So all of it built up, and I was like, I need to say something. And then once I said something, I was like, okay, whatever, that's what I said, like, everyone's warned. And then years later, I see people that were on my side saying, I would never support him, he's clearly a sexual assaulter, like, I am totally on your side, like, I stand with you. Pictures of them hanging out. Yep. Anyways, don't trust anyone from high school. Yeah, that's my story. If you're still watching this, have a great day. Unless you're that guy, you know who you are, you know what you did, and you don't deserve anything, and you deserve to be charged, because I know you're probably still doing it, so hope that happens.